Hey guys, it's your humble host, or Akio if you prefer, so I'm back with another video. This time it's another reaction video. I rarely do these, and when I do, the movie, book, or whatever has to do with my childhood, or it was one of my favorite things growing up. So, recently I came across a trailer, and it was actually a reaction to said trailer, and I started to watch it, and I realized that I needed to do my own reaction. For those of you who don't remember the show, Kim Possible, growing up, the girl that can do anything except for get to class on time. If you guys remember the characters, Ron Stoppable, Kim Possible, Rufus the Naked Mole Rat, Shigo, Dragon, and the whole band of villains. So, the little bit I caught from the reaction video to the trailer, it looks really bad, but let's give it a look. There's two trailers we're going to look at. There was a sneak peek that was released December 7th of 2018, and then there was a more recent one that was released December 23rd of 2018. We're going to look at both of them, and I understand it's a kid's film. I get it, but let's take a look. I'm going to flip over here. Oh my gosh.
So a few years ago, I accidentally received a distress call. I was done with my homework, so I answered it.
Okay, so for those of you who don't remember her backstory of how she actually became Kim Possible and saving the world, there's an actual episode done on it during Kim Possible's run on the Disney Channel. Pretty much she had a website, KimPossible.com, for people to put in babysitting requests. And somebody mistook her website for something else and put in a request for her to go save them. Now, I don't know if that particular story is in the movie, but if it's not, aka spoiler alert, there's like these weird little stuffed animals you'll find throughout the show. They're the equivalent of TYs, if you guys know what those are, but they're pretty much collector beanies. Kim Possible loves the darn things, and they're a running theme. Anyway, the story of how she ended up on a rescue mission was that somebody got pretty much pinned down by their own security system, and so she had to go save them by turning the security system off. The security system was a bunch of lasers throughout the entire room, guarding a vault with all these collective plushies. Oh, ridiculous, I know, but that is her backstory, that is how she started saving everybody, but yeah, so like I said, I don't know if that's gonna be in the movie, but if not, spoilers.
Now, well, I save the world. Who am I? I'm Kim Possible.
Okay, so I'm not going to flip over back to me, but what I am going to talk about, okay, the little clip thing. Yes, she had a jetpack that she flew around in. It didn't have her initials, and I know, like I said, kids show. I don't know. The girl, I do like the girl for it so far, and it looks like they're keeping it to the traditional outfit she had. I don't understand what the medallion thing in the middle is for. That was not a part of the original outfit. I don't know. Hopefully they explain that, but you know, let's continue.
I got this. Kim, jump in there.
You are late.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that's Mr. Barkley, and that little kid that was shouting at her that she's going to be late, if you guys don't remember, that is Wade, and according to the show, he was actually between the ages of 10 to 12, so he was very small, age-wise, so it's not all that surprising. I don't know for a realistic version if a small kid fits, because if you guys remember, Wade was technologically advanced. He was very much a smart kid. He created all these gadgets. He created the communicator that KP has. It looks like a little Game Boy in the show. Pretty much created all of her gadgets. Later on in the show, he meets up with Kim Possible for real. And even goes on a few missions, but I don't know. Maybe to age progress way just a hair, because even though the show said he was between like the ages of 10 to 12, he came across his voice came across like he was like maybe 15 or so. He was drawn with an older look, but he was supposed to be younger. So I guess you could swing either way, but I would have age progressed him just a little bit for the movie. That's just me.
Impossible. There's something.
Wait, I'm scooting back because I think that was just Ron that just jumped into the classroom with her. Hold on. No. Go back. What was that?
There's something.
I do apologize, but I just caught that. Okay. Is that Ron? Is that supposed to be Ron? Because Ron Unstoppable, if you guys remember, was her best friend and always with her on the missions. I know it's blurred, but that... Oh, I wonder if that is Ron.
Impossible. There's something about her that makes her able to...
Okay. Like I said, okay. This is Draken. For those of you who don't remember who Draken is, I'm gonna actually pull up a picture here. This is actually what made me stop my watching of someone else's reaction video to do my own, because when he got to the scene that showed Draken, oh my lord, let me show you what Draken actually looks like here. Let's see if my view... Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is Draken. This is what Draken is supposed to look like, and there's a backstory to his skin turning blue. I think it had to do with one of his experiments going wrong or being stopped. I don't quite remember, but his skin is blue for a reason. Granted, it's not that dark of blue as we see here. Well, actually, no, that's not even dark blue. That's more like a green. That is a weird green color, and I don't know if it's the lighting. I don't, and actually, like I said, I know that they're turning a very cartoony looking show into something realistic, and sometimes that doesn't translate well when you're doing a realistic aspect, but at the same time, it looks really bad. And I know this is a kid show, so it's gonna be cheesy up the wazoo, but literally I stopped and giggled for a few minutes because it's like... And his voice sounds like he sucked a bunch of helium or something. I don't know how to describe it. It has too much air to it. Draken's voice was kind of raspy, just more of a whine. This guy that plays it, his voice sounds like too much air of importance, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm being incredibly picky. I watched the show when it was running on air. It actually, for those of you who remember way back when, there was a spy show prior to Kim Possible, because Kim Possible took this show's place. I remember the advertisements being on this particular show. For those of you who remember the Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen twins, they had their own spy cartoon with a talking Scottish terrier. So Kim Possible, anytime that the Mary-Kate and Ashley spy show would play, and it was a cartoon, mind you, think of an early version of Totally Spies without the third spy. It was just as cheesy, but instead of, what is that dude's name? The three spies, like Gerard or whatever his name is, take him and put him in dog form. That's pretty much what it was. But anyway, Kim Possible took that show's place because that show didn't do very well and was on air for a short time, if I remember. But yeah, so when Kim Possible started to air, I used to watch it a lot, and I'd catch it on the Saturday morning network show too. So, but anyway, let's get back to the thing. But yeah, it's bad. It's so bad.
To be villain after villain.
Okay, so I know I'm stopping this bit by bit, but let me see if I can get her. Okay, so Shago's design, in a way, I actually kind of like this, and I know I'm stopping this because it's showing quick snapshots, but with this, her costume, let me look back here, and I know I'm kind of doing this on the fly, which is fine. Her costume is actually a bit more complicated than, let me see, here we go. More complicated to put together. They actually did not do a bad job with this. I do like the look. I'm not sure what in the world she's holding. But I would have to see more of her because we only see like a top part and it seems to be mainly black. But I don't know. So far, I do like her look.
Villain after villain. He's certain spark. I will steal that spark that makes Kim possible.
Get her!
Wait.
Get her!
Possible.
Wait, why
That
is...
makes Kim
Hold on.
steal that spark.
Why was there multiple school people? Where's... Who are these two? Oh... Where is Ron behind her? Like, because there's an extra foot here. I don't see Ron, but I don't know why... Why is there two other people? And also, another question, because this was, if you guys remember, Kim Possible, outside of Ron, had a best friend named Monique. She was nicknamed Unique Monique. So, and her and Kim would talk about like Club Banana and things like that, the store and the show. So, I have not seen Monique so far. Did they get rid of Monique? Because that's not going to be good if they did. But yeah, that's gotta be wrong. I don't know who these two are. Is that supposed to be Mrs. Possible? And why does Kim have extra people with her? It was usually her and Ron. Haven't seen Rufus either.
Spark that makes Kim possible.
Get her!
Mind if we crash the party? It's mission time.
Okay, so the plot, I guess, is going to be getting a take away the spark that makes Kim Possible. There was an actual running theme. If you guys remember A Stitch in Time, and I know I probably sound like the biggest nerd right now, but I loved the hell out of the show growing up. If you guys remember Stitch in Time, if you haven't seen it, spoilers, it was a Disney movie, animated Disney movie, pretty much to where Shigo was able to get a hold of this archaic mystical monkey artifact and go into the future. And she was able to manipulate a lot of things, and one of those things that she was able to manipulate and pretty much ruin for a time was Kim Possible and Runstoppable being together, or rather working together. She found a way to get Ron's dad to move away. So with this movie saying that Draken is going to find the spark that makes Kim Possible, it was pretty much Ron. Her and Ron working together. So I don't know what they're going to do in this one. I really don't. I'm probably going to watch it just for the lulz because, like I said, it looks really bad. I am, though, a legitimate worry. Like I said, I have not seen Monique. And actually, let me pull up an image for those of you who do not remember who Monique is. She was very much a likable character, and during the Stitch in Time, she actually went with Kim Possible on her missions. Did not really succeed because she wasn't used to Shigo, fighting Shigo at all. But she had a younger version, and then she had an older version in Stitch in Time. But yeah, this is Monique. This is Kim Possible's other best friend that she'd go and do her shopping with. Was very much a part of the show. She didn't get as much airtime as Ron did, but she was around quite a bit, so I'm a bit worried that I haven't seen Monique yet. And I'm hoping they didn't write her out. Like I said, I don't know why there was extra people with Kim when they broke into Dragon's lab. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they did to the show, or... Okay, yep, there's Ron. Okay, whoa, there's a third person. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm skipping back because there's... Who dat? Wait. Who is this third person? That's Kim, Ron. I can't tell who that is. Is that supposed to be Monique? And she's wearing the new outfit Kim got later on in the show. If you guys remember, later on in the show, Kim's original outfit pretty much got ripped So Monique was responsible for her new outfit that she started to wear on the later seasons. I don't know if that's Monique. I'm actually gonna get kind of pissed if that's Monique, because there wasn't usually a third person that went with Kim and Ron outside of Rufus. So I'm like, what?
Kim Possible, a Disney Channel original movie coming to Disney Channel.
Okay, so that is the first trailer. So far I'm legitimately worried. And like I said, I know kids show, new fans, what have you, but some of the changes so far, Draken was a bit of a doof in the show, but he was actually able to pull off some really interesting schemes, and there's sometimes where his schemes got kind of dark, especially what he did to Mr. Possible in the show, if you guys remember, because there was another Kim Possible video, Disney animated video, and I can't remember what it was called. There's a Stitch in Time where Shigo took over everything, and then there's another one that Draken took over everything. There's a scene in there to where Mr. Possible has like amnesia. He doesn't remember what happened outside of leaving for work or getting off the phone to order pizza. Draken had kidnapped him and did something really kind of screwed up with his head. And he didn't remember what it was. So that's one example. Draken was an idiot, but at the same time, he was also clever. He was whiny and things like that. But this, the movie makes him seem even dumber than he actually was. And once again, there's the worry of Monique. I have not seen Monique. I do not know if that third girl that was there is Monique, and I kind of hope not, because that's not Monique. But anyway, let's kick over to the second trailer here. Hopefully we can see Monique, and this is my first time seeing both, so all the way through. Okay. So, as I said, a theme in the show, and this was how it was advertised as well, is Kim Possible was never on time for class. She was either late, either because of a mission or some other thing. So the catchphrase when the show was being advertised, the girl that can do anything except for get to class on time. So this is her scrambling for the bus. So far, no complaints here. Generic clothing, don't care, but like I said, I do like the girl that they got, but yeah.
Kim, the bus is on your street now!
Yeah, there's Wade again, so I do like the thing that they did here. Usually, like I said, in the original show, she had something that looked kind of like a blue Game Boy, the communicator, that she talked to Wade on that. The hologram thing is actually pretty cool. Okay, and here comes one of those cheesy tropes. I did see this a little bit already with the other reaction video I was viewing. So this is not, what's going to come up next is not only stupid, but the more you think about it, it's actually kind of dangerous. You'll see why. Hold on.
Oh my gosh! Thank you, Kim!
Okay, so the little thing that she popped out, that was like her iconic tool. It's pretty much a grappling hook. Shaped into a hairdryer. She had a lot of accessories shaped into normal items around the house and things like that. So, but the reason why I said that was really dangerous, because she shot a sharpened metallic grappling hook at a baby stroller. Realistically speaking, anybody trying to do that would more than likely hit the kid and kill the kid. So that right there is just like, why? A bit of careless, in my opinion, but at the same time, that was just beyond cheese. Like I said, the show itself, as I already explained with Draken, the show itself was a little bit cheesy, but not that bad. It really wasn't. And it just, Kim Possible was very acrobatic. She did, I believe, gymnastics, cheerleading throughout the show. But that is just, I understand you want to, like, incorporate the hero aspect, but that, come on, man, that's so bad. I'll kick back over to the thing. I know this is turning out longer, but that just, I grew up on this show. Some of my favorite villains were obviously Drac and Shigo. I liked Monkey Fist. I liked Duff. They had some smaller ones, which were just like, Motor Ed was okay, but, yeah, anyway.
No problem. The doors are closing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
There it goes again.
3. Made it! Booyah!
Oh my god! This is the first time I'm hearing Ron's voice! Okay, so that's another thing too. I'm not sure what the curly fro is for with Ron. Now, Ron did have somewhat of a high-pitched voice, but that sounded like he was trying to be Shaggy. Hold on, let me play that again. I know I'm seriously nitpicking here, but come on, man. Let's get back here, because that voice actually caught me off guard. I was not expecting it to be that squeaky and that high, because, wow.
Made it! Booyah!
Okay, no, see, I knew, oh, no. No, it's not supposed to be that high. It sounds like a retarded version of Shaggy. I'm sorry, I don't know how else to put that. It sounds like Shaggy on helium or something. That's way too high. Why not just have him talk normally? Why give him a squeaky voice? He didn't have a squeaky voice. Okay, back to the thing. Holy cow.
So a few years ago, I accidentally received a distress call.
Okay, so those are the trailers. And I've got to the point these days to where I won't go near remakes, I won't go near anything pretty much rebooted, because it ends up either being destroyed or they take a different spin on it, and I know it's to bring in new fans. I get that, and what scares me is usually when there's a live remake of something, they usually reboot the show. So I'm half expecting a actual cartoon reboot. I could be dead wrong. This could be something that just Disney is running out of ideas. But yeah, I have a lot of cool things that I remember about the show. It had little action figures, little things like that. But so I had to stop and take a look at this, because oh my gosh, this looks, I will say this looks rather lazy. This looks like they threw in all the noticeable elements about the show, like what was more than obvious, like, okay, this is obviously Kim Possible, this is obviously Draken, this is obviously Shigo. Once again, and I know I'm harping on this, and I'm not one for forced diversity, none of that, we've talked about that here on my channel, but I am legitimately worried. I have not seen Rufus, and I have not seen Monique, and they need to have Monique in here. She was, like I said, she was around a lot, and they need to make sure they keep the look of Monique. Monique had frizzy hair, it was pulled back. She, like I said, very fun character to be around. Her and Kim talked a lot throughout the show, whether it be about guys, clothes, whatever, but she was always fun to have around, and she was fun to watch. I especially liked it when she started to go on the missions with Kim after her and Ron were separated for a bit. But yeah, like I said, to me, it just, like I said, and I know this may sound SJW, whatever, PC, I don't care. They need to have Monique, and they need to do it right, because she was one of the elements, just like Ron, just like Kim. She was part of that what do I want to say, like duo, or just part of that atmosphere. Very important. So, and I also, another thing too, and I don't know if they're going to throw her in there, is Bonnie. Bonnie was very much an antagonist throughout the show, and she was around quite a bit. And I know there's so many characters, and this is just one movie, so they have to pick and choose what characters are going to be in there. But even if they're like cameos or snapshots, now that I think about it, I wonder that third girl, because like I said, if you guys remember the show, you have Kim, you have Ron, and you have Rufus, and then you have Wade that communicates through the little handheld communicator. I'm kind of hoping that third chick isn't Bonnie. Bonnie never went on the missions with Kim, and if anything, Bonnie had to get rescued a couple times, because either she was kidnapped by like the BB bots, or I believe one time by Shio. I don't remember all the freaking episodes, but yeah, I'm really hoping that's not Bonnie or Monique. That could be just another character they wrote in. Another set of characters we have not seen, and I know there's Mr. Possible, Mrs. Possible, and then there's the Tweebs, if you guys remember her twin younger brothers. So, like I said, I know I'm being very picky for kids, but there's some iconic characters that need to stay. If they're going to do a movie, they need to say Monique is one of them. You need to at least have one of the parents around, and possibly Bonnie. That's just my opinion. I know it's for kids, new set of fans. I get it. When they rewrite stuff, they have the newer generations in mind. But if they wrote out, and I know I'm harping on this, but if they wrote out Monique, that is actually going to be a legitimate big problem. But anyway, I have rattled on enough. This is almost a half an hour. Holy crap, did not mean to make it that long, but you guys have a good day. I will put the link to the trailers below. You guys let me know what you think. Do you guys remember this show at all? Did you guys grow up with this show? You guys remember the airing? But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.